Welcome to Headline to Heartline. Sometimes a palace door opens to applause, and sometimes it opens to grief. Today's story matters because it reminds us how quickly the safest, most ordinary place can become the center of a community's worst day. And it also matters because when the royal family speaks with one voice, people listen, especially those of us who have watched these public figures mark world events for decades. The news in the link is about a mass shooting at a Canadian school and the deeply personal way the royal family responded. The shooting happened on Tuesday, February 10, 2026, at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School in Tumbler Ridge, a small town in northeastern British Columbia. Police said they received a report of an active shooter at about 1:20 in the afternoon. Authorities say 10 people died in total, including the suspected shooter, and more than 25 others were injured. In the earliest hours after a tragedy like this, details can shift as officials confirm identities and hospitals update conditions, but the overall reality is clear and heartbreaking. Families were suddenly waiting for news that no one should ever have to wait for, and a school day turned into a lasting wound. Before we go any further, I want to say this plainly. I am deeply sorry this happened, and my heart is with the families who lost a child, and with everyone now trying to live with a loss that should never have come to their door. What makes this article stand out is how it centers the royal family's response, and especially the message from Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales. They released a joint statement calling the attack an appalling tragedy, saying they stand with Canadians and that their hearts are with the entire Tumbler Ridge community. They also thanked students, staff, and emergency responders for the courage and selflessness shown in the face of violence, and they signed the message simply as W&C, a small detail that many royal watchers see as a more personal touch. Around the same time, King Charles issued his own message on behalf of himself and Queen Camilla, expressing shock and deep sorrow, offering sympathy to families grieving unimaginable loss, and speaking about the particular pain felt in a small town where so many people know one another. He also thanked first responders and said that he and the Queen stand in solidarity with the people of Tumbler Ridge and all Canadians as they seek understanding, healing, and strength. It is worth pausing on why this matters beyond the headlines. Canada is a Commonwealth realm, which means King Charles is also Canada's head of state, and major national tragedies often bring messages of condolence from the royal family. For some people, those messages offer comfort and recognition, a sense that the suffering of a small community has been seen and acknowledged at the highest level. For others, condolences can feel painfully inadequate because words do not answer the difficult questions that follow any act of violence. Both reactions are understandable, and in moments like this, many people feel both at once. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and then let's return right to the story. The social impact of a school shooting goes far beyond the headline number. It is felt in the silence at dinner tables, in empty desks, in neighbors bringing food because they do not know what else to do, and in the long line of people who will need care and support long after cameras leave. In a small town, that impact can feel even more concentrated because a school is not just a building, but a gathering place for daily life, celebrations, and milestones. Investigators say the suspected shooter was a woman, and they have said the investigation is ongoing and the motive has not yet been made clear. That uncertainty can be agonizing because people naturally search for explanations that make the world feel predictable again, but tragedies like this rarely offer quick or simple answers. So at the heart of this story is a moment of public mourning that connects a small Canadian town to a global stage. The royal family's words do not solve the problem, and they do not replace the work of supporting survivors, caring for the injured, and learning the truth of what happened. But for many people, especially those who follow the monarchy, their statements serve as a quiet acknowledgement that the victims are being remembered far beyond their own community. If you are listening and you feel shaken, you are not being overly sensitive. Many of us have lived long enough to remember when school felt like the safest place in the world, and news like this forces us to reflect on how much has changed. Thank you for spending this time with me, and please remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video before you go. Goodbye, and may the next door we open be one that leads us toward healing, not heartbreak.